Just inside the Jaffa Gate into the old city of Jerusalem, there is a place where a bed and breakfast. It's called Christ Church Hospice. The Christ Church is right next door there. It was a structure church that was built in the 19th century by the British on property they had purchased originally. There was a consulate or the embassy that met there, had their offices there. But we stayed there a couple of times when we traveled to Jerusalem. On one occasion, when we were staying there, we were checking out actually, heading back to our kibbutz in northern Israel. When a little boy came running out and said, "Mister, come quick! There's a lady that's fallen down in the reception area." So I did. I ran quickly, and it was Connie lying there on the ground. She had fainted, and we soon discovered that she had an amoeba dysentery that greatly weakened her. Now, it was really providential that there was a doctor there. And his name was Ted Major, and he was a doctor, I think, from Illinois. And he would come and spend 2 or 3 months every year. He was practicing, come for 2 or 3 months and work at the Brethren Hospital in Nazareth that was attached to the Brethren Church where I spoke once. And he just happened to be there at that time. And so it was interesting because we knew him and just kind of as a fellow, but as soon as he saw Connie, he went into this sort of wonderful bedside manner and began to help Connie. And so he was able to get her stable enough to where we were able to take the bus back up to the kibbutz, and immediately saw the doctor there on the kibbutz, and he identified this particular amoeba dysentery that Connie had, and told us that 10 or 12 years ago, people would die from this. And I said, "Well, you have an antidote, right?" He goes, "Yeah." I said, "Well, why don't we give that to her, and we can talk later about how it's changed over the years." In any event, Connie did get better slowly, but it really impacted. She was really weakened, and it impacted her ability to work on the kibbutz, and we were required to do that as a part of how we got our room and board, as it were, and were able to study the Hebrew language. So we were praying about this and decided, we just need to leave early. And so we were on a 6 month program, and we wound up leaving after 4 months. It was the best thing, and really, we needed to get back to the States. We had accepted a position at a church in Moline, Illinois, the Moline Gospel Temple, and we're going to start in March of 1972. We thought, well, maybe we can start earlier, which is actually what happened. So we were able to change our flights to go to London and to go in early November, as opposed to like February. And the problem was we couldn't get a flight change for the charter flight back to from London to Los Angeles. So we were sort of stuck in London for about 30 days. Talk about that in the next video. But Connie did recover. I'm glad for that. It just sort of changed our itinerary a bit, but it was the right thing, and we're grateful to the Lord that the doctor was right there to help us get her on the path to healing immediately.